Today on Cruise News, we're talking about two major stories today. The first one, a Carnival guest is unhappy with her overly aggressive spa experience. And then we're going to dive into Carnival's brand new rewards program that got a lot of longtime loyal customers very disgruntled on the upcoming changes. Is Carnival improving their cruise experiences, or are some guests starting to just feel pushed aside? Let's dive into it. But first, let's roll the intro. Let's go. Welcome. Let's go. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Noop International, and this is the Cruise News. Today, we're talking about a story that gets attention across the cruise community after Carnival cruise guests share what she described as a very uncomfortable spa experience on board. Now, according to the guests, what was supposed to be a relaxing treatment quickly turned into what she felt like a high-pressure sales situation. She explained that after receiving her spa treatment, staff members allegedly began aggressively pushing an expensive skincare product and additional services. The guest said she felt so uncomfortable and how persistent the sales tactics became, especially while they were trying to enjoy what was left of their supposedly peaceful spa day during their vacation. Instead of leaving feeling relaxed, she reportedly felt so frustrated and overwhelmed by the pressure to purchase products she didn't originally plan on buying that she had headaches by the end of the day. Now, if you've cruised before, you may already know that onboard spas across multiple cruise lines often rely heavily on upselling products and treatments. Many of these spas are operated by third-party companies where employees work by commission. So recommending products is a part of the business model that they have. But this situation raises a bigger question for cruisers. When does customer service and product recommendation cross the line into making guests feel pressured during their vacation experience? Some cruisers online are saying that this is completely normal and that guests should just simply say no and keep it moving. Others believe cruise spas have become way too aggressive and are starting to damage the relaxing atmosphere that they are supposed to provide. And honestly, this conversation is bigger than just Carnival. This has been a growing discussion across many cruise industries for years. I remember my first time cruising with Carnival, and I believe it was on the second day when I left and came back for breakfast, there was a $50 voucher placed on my bed. And at the time, I'm new to cruising. I'm like, okay, I got $50. That's what's up. So I take this $50 voucher for a $99 cruise, which 99 minus 50, I only got to pay $49. That's cool. Let's get it. So went the whole experience, and at the end, they were pushing buy this conditioner, buy this lotion, buy this shampoo. This sunblock right here will be perfect for you. So it just felt like when I walked out of that experience, $200 later, I was like, wow, this was something that I didn't expect. An expense that I didn't calculate into my budgeting, which in turn raised my total cost of my cruise. So I want to hear from y'all. Have you ever experienced aggressive upselling on a cruise? Did you feel pressured about a product or packages on board? Or did you just think this guest may have overreacted? Drop your thoughts below, because this is definitely one of those cruise conversations people have strong opinions about. Sticking with Carnival, this is another major story that longtime cruisers are paying very close attention to, and that's Carnival's brand new rewards program. Carnival has officially moved away from the old VIFP loyalty system, and they are transitioning into what is now called Carnival Rewards, which is expected to fully launch in September of 2026. So, under the old system, loyal guests earn status mainly based on the cruise days that they sailed. Basically, the more you cruise, the higher your status climbed over time. But now Carnival is shifting towards a spending-based system. That means your cruise fare, onboard purchasing, specialty dining, spa spending, excursions, casino, and even their co-branded credit card activity can all affect your rewards and status level. And honestly, this is where long-time Carnival cruisers are divided. Some people understand why Carnival is making the change, the loyalty program has gotten so large that platinum and diamond perks were becoming overcrowded. Priority lines weren't really priority anymore, and elite benefits were getting harder for Carnival to manage. But a lot of longtime cruisers feel frustrated because they spent years building loyalty through actual cruise days at sea. Some guests were feeling like the new system now favors people who simply spend more money instead of rewarding those who consistently sail with the brand. Another big concern is status will now operate on a 2-year earning cycle instead of feeling permanent for many members. That has a lot of long-time cruisers nervous about eventually losing their status that they have worked years to achieve, myself included. I've been cruising for 11 years now, and I am currently 12 days, cruise days away from, I'm ashamed to say, platinum, but now is one of those things where do I continue to cruise with Carnival? Because the reason I was trying to be dedicated and loyal to Carnival and I haven't cruised any other cruise ships was because I was trying to at least get to platinum status first before I start venturing off and trying these other cruise ships. So now it's one of those things where my next cruise may not be Carnival because there's no benefit to me reaching 12 extra days on Carnival when I'm not going to meet that status anyway. Now, Carnival has tried to calm some of the backlash. They announced that current Diamond members who qualify before the transition will receive lifetime Diamond status under the new system. Platinum members are also getting bonus status boosts as well to help protect their level moving forward. But here's the part that cruisers really need to pay attention to. Carnival says current VIFP members must actually opt into the new rewards program before the launch date, or they risk losing their loyalty status and selling history from transitioning over. So now the cruise community is asking a bigger question. Is Carnival modernizing the rewards program for the future, or are they slowly pushing out the traditional loyal cruiser in favor of big time spenders? And honestly, I think this conversation is only going to get louder as we get closer to the launch day. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you prefer the old system based on cruise days, or do you think that the new spending based rewards model makes more sense for today's cruise industry? Thanks for watching. And remember to like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all at the atrium. Peace.